is my first trip to this part of the world, really, and I'm just so grateful. So thank you for having me, truly. And the hospitality has been really beautiful, really beautiful. And I'm so excited to actually find out about this part of the world and forgo any preconceived notion and just be curious. And so far the warmth has just been unbelievable. So doing the most recent Spider-Man was kind of just heaven. It was because the pressure was off of me and Toby. Like the pressure was all on Tom, and we were just there to kind of like have a fun time, really. And but it was I keep coming back to healing. For me, because it was an opportunity for me to tie up loose ends of my Peter Parker's story, and especially the moment when the filmmakers told me about the saving MJ moment for saving Zendaya. When they told me about that, I got like goosebumps all over my body, and my like tears came to my eyes, and I thought, well, that's perfect. That's reason enough to be a part of this. And then outside of that, it was a really fun one, because John Watts, the director, just lets you improvise and lets you play, and he wants it to be as alive, spontaneous as possible. And I think until all three of us were in the room rehearsing and figuring out what we were going to do, there was no way of writing it, and that was the beauty of it, is that every single one of us brought our own version of that character, and we didn't know how they were going to interact until they were actually interacting in the room together. So it was a real voyage of discovery. It felt like you were making a low-budget short film with friends, but it was the biggest movie in the history of movies. So it was pure play and pure pleasure for me. Yeah.
How much have you enjoyed your experience here?
Oh my gosh, it's just so lovely to get to come to a place and talk about things that matter, talk about things that especially matter right now, to remind ourselves of our interconnectedness, to remind ourselves that story knows no boundaries, that story knows no country delineations, that stories are what humanizes us to each other. There is no way of othering each other if we know each other's stories. So, and I think that it feels to me that the Red Sea Festival has that at its core, and that Moel Turkey has kind of created an event that is really about community and healing and our interconnectedness cross-culturally through art. So to be able to come here and just have a chat about that is just kind of a privilege. And it is my first time in Saudi Arabia. It's my first time really spending time in an Arab country, and I feel incredibly surprised that it's taken me this long. And I'm so fascinated and curious and inspired by the culture and by the people. So it's been a very special 24 hours.
And the other thing, did you know you had so many fans in this part of the world?
It's the kind of thing that you don't think about. You just kind of keep your head down and do the work, and the chips kind of fall where they may. And it's pretty humbling and surprising and moving to find out that you've been telling stories that have like a mycelium effect throughout parts of the world that you haven't even set foot upon. It's quite a beautiful thing.